Hey guys, and happy Tuesday. So for today, I am part of the Dollar Tree Mystery Box Hop. It's hosted by Sammy over at Unicorn Dust Designs and Leonette over at DIY Beauty on Purpose. And basically, we sent each other boxes full of Dollar Tree supplies, and we have to make something out of whoever gave us a box sent us. So I got my box from Jackie over at Crafting in Mimi's World, and I've been waiting to open it. I did untape it because I don't want to make that noise on camera, but she did send me a card, so I'm going to open that. And it says, hi. It says, hey girl, have fun, Jackie. I don't know what that means. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? So, alright, so it's got all this bubble wrap in there. Alright, the first thing that I see is a display easel. So, okay, alright. Next, oh, these are always cute. These are always a good item to have. So I got the little house. Got a cute little donut pen. This may give me an idea. This may be where I kind of go with it. But got the little donut pen. Things all wrapped up. I think I just threw all my stuff in the box. Then we got these little mini wavy plates. These are in the party section, I think. I've seen the big ones. I don't know that I've seen these little bitty ones. These are cute. Oh, okay, some blank cards. These are cute with the little butterflies on them. All right. Let's see what's in here. Okay. These are always good too. I think I hauled a few of these. Don't think that I've done anything with them yet, so that'll give me the opportunity. Okay, all right. I might have something going here. Okay. We might have something going here. Ooh, okay. I love these. I've done a few projects with these, so. All right. My brain. Okay, these cute little adhesive pearls. I've not seen these specifically at my stores ever. So those are kind of cool. Oh my, okay. It's a cute little Tiki Time truck. Okay. Oh, I think I might have, okay, wait, what's this? Oh, this is one of those placemats. I might have an idea already. Let's see. Oh Lord. The sink mat. You know, I've bought these and I've seen people doing things with them, and I just haven't quite figured out what I could do with it yet. But now I have no choice. I'm gonna have to do something with it. So, all right. Well, let me get my butt in gear, figure out what I'm gonna make with all that stuff. And I will have some more information about the hop a little bit later, but right now, let's figure out what we're going to do with that stuff. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to use is actually something from my stash. It's these wagon wheel wreath forms. I had two of them and I wish that I still had both of them, but I did give one away. It would have worked a lot better. But I'm going to be using these little plates, or I don't know what these are. These little plates that came in the mystery box, and those are going to be the little chairs or the little seating in the Ferris wheel. Then I'm going to use the plate stand, or the decor stand there. I'm going to straighten it out, and then I wish I hadn't have cut it the way that I did, because it would have made it a lot easier, but I had a different plan with it and that didn't work out. So I ended up having to just kind of adjust things. So I did cut the top of it off, and then I used that. That's what's going to be holding the Ferris wheel up. So once I did that, I cut a couple pieces of cork to use to hold the Ferris, like the pieces together. You'll see here in a second what I'm talking about. I'm going to put the top part that I cut off into the hole of the wreath form. Then I'm going to use those two pieces of cork to kind of hold it in place there, and I am going to hot glue those together just so that everything kind of holds together. And I was just trying to figure out what I was going to do here because nothing that I was thinking of was working. Because when I initially got this wreath form, I was going to use it for a Ferris wheel, but I did have two of them and it was going to be a real intricate, but I gave one away and I was trying to use the other wreath form that I had and that just wasn't working. So this is what I'm doing here. So then I'm going to take these little tiny, what are these things called? Zip ties from the Dollar Tree, and they're like the smallest zip ties that they have, and I'm just going to use 4 of them and kind of connect the piece that I cut off to the bottom of the stand so that everything holds together. And then I'm going to go ahead, hot glue these 2 pieces of cork together to hold the Ferris wheel together. But in doing this, it still turns, and that's exactly what I was going for. So somehow I lost the footage to this, but I ended up making a stand with some wooden dowels. I just cut them down to size and glued everything together. And then I took everything outside and I spray painted it black, and this is what it looks like. Now I wish I could have made the little seats to rotate because when you turn it, the seats go upside down, but you know, it is what it is. Today, I'm excited to say that I am part of the Summer Dollar Tree Mystery Box Hop. It's hosted by Sammy over at Unicorn Dust Designs and co-hosted by Leah Knepp over at DIY Beauty on Purpose. I will have all their information in my description box along with the person that is next in the hop. So be sure to check everyone out and make sure that you go to everyone's video because this is a prize. There is a prize. This is a giveaway, and I'll have more about that here in a little bit. But the next thing that I'm going to use is this sign. It was the Tiki bar sign with the little truck, and I'm going to go ahead and use this lid to a jar as my guide to make some tires. And then I'm just going to draw out the little window, and I'm just going to use my box cutter and cut that window out. I wanted it to be a little bit more realistic. And then I'm going to draw some ice cream cones with the ice cream and the waffle cones on there. I'm not going to show you all of that. But then once I'm done drawing all that out, I am going to take my purple, it's like a lilac color that actually it was sent to me by Plaid. I am a Plaid ambassador. I'm really excited. They sent me a box full of stuff, and this is one of the items that was in that box, so I'm excited to use it because it is purple and it's one of my favorite colors. Then I'm going to be using one of my black acrylic paint pens, and I'm just going to draw out the tire and just color it black and leave the center of it, and I'll color that a little bit later. And then I'm just going to be taking different colors to make ice cream. I did strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, Neapolitan, all kinds of stuff. So then there was one part of the the sign that was kind of shaped funny. So I just went ahead and rounded it off and used my little X-Acto knife and just cleaned it up there. And then I painted that one in Neapolitan. Then I'm going to be taking some different shades of like tan and brown to make kind of the waffle cone color, and then I'm going to be making the cones. Now I'm not just going to paint them on there. I'm going to be using one of the items that was in the box, and it is this mat. It's like the mat that you use on a table for your dinner and for your dining room table, and I'm just going to paint a portion of it with this paint because when I saw it, I saw a waffle cone. So I just went ahead, painted it, and then I'm going to trace out some cone shapes, and then I'm going to cut them out on the part that I painted, and then I'm just going to glue those on there with some hot glue. And that was it. I mean, look how cute that is. They turned out perfect. That's exactly what I was going for. And then I'm just going to take my pencil and just draw out like the little details of the truck, like the door and the handle. And then I did write ice cream with just a black permanent marker. I just wrote ice cream 50 cents, and then I painted the inside of it white. So like I stated, this is a giveaway. So in order to qualify for the giveaway, you have to check everybody's video out, and everybody has a mystery question that you have to answer in the comments. Like I said, in order to qualify, you have to do that. So for the next one, I am going to be using this home sign, and I just took my heat gun and I was able to remove the wood part that said home off of that sign. Then I'm going to use the little arch window, and I'm just going to be using the back for this one, and the little greeting cards that she sent me, and I'm just going to cut the butterflies to fit the window just to cover the back of it so that it looks like, it's all butterflies on the back, because nothing says summer like butterflies and ice cream, right? So once I'm done cutting them down to size, I'm just going to use my hot glue, and I'm just going to glue all the pieces of the card onto the little window there. And this was so easy, and it just made for a cute little piece just to kind of, decorate, add some color to your decor. But it's really simple, and I really love it. So then I'm just going to take the wood home part, and I'm just going to glue that onto the middle of the arch window. And that's it for this one. Now guys, what is, I guess, your favorite thing to do during the summer that is unusual? Like, I know you can go on vacation and you can go to the park. What's the one thing that you guys do that's just kind of out there? I'd like to know, because we don't really do a whole lot for the summer, but we used to just drive. My family and I used to drive all the way to New York for no reason, like just for the drive, or just get in the car and go. So what's something that you guys do, that's kind of unusual with your family over the summer? Then, all right, so for my next one, this is probably, aside from the Ferris wheel, I think this is like my favorite piece here. So I'm gonna take the 2 house signs that Jackie sent me. And by the way, I don't think I mentioned it, but I got my box from Jackie, or maybe I did. I probably mentioned it in the beginning. But anyway, Jackie sent me over my box, and it was interesting. There was a lot of interesting stuff in here. But I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to be using the 2 wood houses, and I'm going to use the little pointy part of the little truck sign that she sent me. I just kind of cut it up, measured it out to the size that I wanted, and then I'm just going to go ahead, hot glue that on there, and paint everything white. Now, to see who I sent my box to, that's going to be the first link that you see in my description box, so be sure to head on over and see what I sent to my person. I hope she still likes me after this. I hope we're still friends. I did send some really, really interesting stuff. But I saw everything, and I was like, you know what? I think she can do it. So the next thing that I'm going to be using for this project is these little treat bags that I got from the Dollar Tree. Also, these are like in the party section, and they had different colors. I know they have different colors, but I've only seen the blue, so I grabbed those. And I used these in a previous project. I made a little lemonade stand, and I used that. I used these bags also. But I just cut them down to size so that I can make little awnings for my little houses. And then I have these sticker letters that I'm going to be using to label everything here. This one is going to say tickets, and the other one that I'm going to make says snacks. And basically I'm just making little, like, the entrance, or kind of just a little, I don't know what you want to call it, like a little, no, I don't know what it's called. But you'll see here in a minute what I'm talking about. It's going to be like a little fair, or like the entrance to a fair, I guess, like a state fair or a county fair that you have during the summer. We have a lot of those here in my town and in nearby towns. And I like going to them, with everything going on. I haven't been able to make any of them, get to any of them, but I really like them. And I love the snacks, and I love the rides and all that. So that is what I'm making here. So once I am done getting the word tickets on there, I'm just going to cut the the little awning down to size. I thought I had made it the size that I wanted, but it just looked a little bit too big. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of size everything down. And I do this to both of the small houses. And this one's going to say tickets. And like I said, the other one is going to say snacks. And I just really love how this turned out. I think it'll actually go really well with like my minis that I make. So now I think I'm going to have to just kind of keep making mini fair pieces and see what else I can come up with, maybe some cotton candy or something like that. So just to keep the awning kind of sticking up, I'm going to go ahead, use a Jenga block and just put it underneath. I'm only going to glue it on one side, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it underneath the awning, just so that the awning sits up rather than kind of bowing down, or bowing there. So then I'm going to, like I said, do the same thing to the other side. And this one's a little different because it's flat, but basically I did the same thing, just put, and then because I learned from the other one that I was going to have to do this, I put the Jenga block in there first, and then I'm going to go ahead and also put the letters on there before I glue it on there. And then I'm cutting it before, trying to, because I did it the first time, kind of eliminate the harder, making it easier rather than making it harder for myself. So then I'm just going to use the same stickers and put snacks on this one. And once I'm done doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and glue it on to the little house. And I couldn't figure out what to do with that back one. And I wanted to put an awning on that one too, but then I couldn't think of what to write on it. So I just decided to leave it blank. But then I remembered that I had this little banner that I found at Dollar Tree, and it was like in the holiday, Memorial Day, 4th of July decor stuff. And I thought it would be perfect for this DIY. So look how cute this little banner is right here. It has the little, what are those things called? Pinwheels, I think that's what they're called. And they're on a little straw, which is, I guess, like the little stand for it. And it's supposed to be a cake topper, but I thought it'd be cute if this was like the entrance to a fair. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to, make the little banner the way that the instructions say on the box. And it was pretty simple. And if you don't have something like this, I mean, it's just as easy as getting some straws, cutting out the little shape of the little pinwheel there. Sorry, I was drawing a blank there. Just cutting out the pinwheel, or even if you put like little balloons up there or anything, it doesn't have to be these little pinwheels. And then you can also make the little banner. It's just little triangles, cut out in felt. And then I just sewed them onto the little baker's twine that came in the package. Everything was in the package that you needed. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to figure out kind of how I want to place everything. So I'm going to put one of the little poles, I guess, one of the little straws on each side, so that, like I said, it looks like a little, the little entrance of the fair. And then I'm going to take the little banner, and I'm just going to glue it onto the poles. And it came with 5 little triangles, and then I decided that I wanted to write the word fair on there, so I took one of the triangles off and just took my black acrylic paint pen and wrote the word fair on there. And then I glued the banner onto the little poles with some hot glue, and that's all I did for this one. I thought it was cute, just to kind of have that little sign up there, and then everybody kind of knows, what it is. And of course, like I said, you can make this with stuff that you have at home in case you can't find this topper. I only found the one at my store. They had one left, and I snatched up because I thought it'd be great for one of my minis. And then this came up and I thought it was perfect. So that is why I'm using it now. So then once I'm done doing, putting that little banner up there, I just snipped off the excess twine, and then I'm gonna decorate my little entrance thingy here. I'm gonna take that pen with a donut on it, and I'm just gonna cut the little excess piece of the donut off. And I had these pizza erasers that I got from the Dollar Tree as well, and I'm just going to glue those onto the little snacks kiosk or whatever you want to call it. And then that is it for that one, so I thought. Then I remembered that I had these little pearl stickers, and they reminded me, I want to say that they're called dots, but I don't think that's what they're called. If you are older like me, they used to have these little candies that came on a strip of paper, and it was just sugar in little dots. And when I saw these, I was like, oh, hold on a second, I can just paint these up and use those as a strip of those little candies. Now, I had already glued everything onto the snack bar, but I just kind of took my heat gun, took off the pizza. It messed up the box or the little piece a little bit. I just took some hot glue, glued it back together, and then I put the little candy on there, and then I glued the slice of pizza back on there. So it wasn't, a big deal. You could still see a little bit of the hot glue like when you're looking at it, but you have to literally be right on top of it to see it. So not a big deal. Like I said, I was able to cover it up, and I think it came out so cute, and it looks so cute with the Ferris wheel and everything else. So I really like it. Excuse me, guys. So now this piece right here, that plastic piece, was the bane of my existence for this project, and that's why I left it for the end, because I could not figure out what I wanted to do with it or how to use it in anything. So what I did was I took the remainder of the little arch window and I cut the insides of it out, and I was going to use the whole thing, but then I decided to cut it up and turn it into a football tossing game. Now, when I was doing it here, I think I was a little bit frustrated and I wasn't really thinking things through. So I kind of did it upside down, and I didn't notice it until I was editing my video. So I went back down into my craft room and I kind of fixed it up. I didn't show that part because I didn't have my camera with me when I thought about it, but you'll see when I show the picture kind of what I did to it. But all I did was I painted the frame black, and then I just took one of the crates from the Dollar Tree, the little small wood crates, turned it on its side, and wrote football toss 2 tickets on the front of it. And I was going to stain this, but I figured it's wood, so really it didn't need it. Now what I did was I took that mat, and this is how I'm going to implement the mat in here. I'm going to use it as the backing of the football toss game. Now I'm just going to cut it down to fit the little frame here, and then once I cut that part down, I'm going to cut 2 little like square holes on the inside of it, so that's where like the football would get tossed into. So I don't know if you've ever seen those games, but that's what I was thinking of when I saw it. Now, when I initially did it, I glued it like upside down, so it kind of looked like a dresser when I finished with it. And when I was taking the pictures, I wasn't really happy with it, but I was like, I don't know what else to do with it. I just couldn't figure anything out. So I just went ahead and I took pictures of it. But like I said, as I was editing my video, it kind of came to me that all I had to do was flip this little black piece upside down, and then it looks like a goal, like the goal for the touchdown. I was like, what? I could have done this to begin with. It's the field goal, duh. Anyway, so I didn't do that initially, but I did fix it, and you will see the picture of it. But I just went ahead and I glued everything together, and I think it turned out so cute once I made the revisions to it. But the way that I was able to get the little plastic draining part to stick to the back was I put some dowel rods and I put some of the Jenga blocks into the inside of the frame, and then that gave me the surface area that I needed to put the hot glue on so that the little plastic part can stick to it as well. And that's all I did to it. I didn't, I wrote, initially I think I wrote big prizes or something on it, and then when I redid it, I wrote touchdown on it, which I thought was more appropriate and made more sense, and it actually looked a lot better than than it did initially. So, you know, this one, I'm telling you, this was the one piece that I could not figure out what to do with it. And when I tell you I left it for the end, I did. But this is how it turned out, and I actually really, really like it. So guys, be sure to check everybody out that is in the hop so that you can qualify for the giveaway. And if you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're returning, you know I appreciate you. And guys, until next time, be blessed and be the reason someone smiles. Bye guys.